Your turn.
I know I can do it.
Hello, I'm Austin, and I am tired of having no rhythm. What's the best way to fix that? Dance lessons, learning an instrument, singing? No. The only way to fix this is video games. Namely, Rift of the Necrodancer. I'm sure playing it will solve all of my rhythm woes. So make sure you like and subscribe to aid me in this musical journey, and leave a comment below letting me know some of your rhythm games. But for now, let's battle some monsters with the power of beats. Musical beats. Close enough.
To be transparent, I haven't played a traditional rhythm game since Guitar Hero and Rock Band were popular. It's just never been a genre that nabbed my attention. Why play a rhythm game when I can play an epic RPG or a high-octane action game? They just seemed boring. So why not even get Rift of the Necrodancer? Well, it's because I found Crypt of the Necrodancer, the first game, to be incredibly unique and creative. A roguelike where you have to explore and defeat monsters on time with the beat was a very interesting idea that was well executed. I could tell how well made and creative the game was. The issues? I sucked ass at it. I'm absolutely terrible at Crypt of the Necrodancer, and I still like it. It's one of those games I enjoy technically, but I just can't play. It joins the rank of games like Crusader Kings 3 and XCOM, where I think they're incredibly well-made games that I just don't have the time or ability to learn.
Oh wait, I'm doing this wrong. I'm not allowed to like video games I don't play. I have to hate them. These games actually suck because I'm too stupid for them, and that makes me feel bad.
Crypt of the Necrodancer developer Brace Yourself Games was then able to make a sequel in Nintendo using Zelda. Cadence of Hyrule is a game I didn't play, but I know is very well received. The studio found something special and wanted to build upon it.
That's why I bought Rift of the Necrodancer in the first place. Even if I don't love an indie game, I still like to buy and support these studios that put out fresh and creative experiences.
It didn't hurt that Rift of the Necrodancer also just looked really cute and had some incredible songs. Worst case scenario, I just stare and listen to it. Now that's how you play a video game. I wanted to support the devs, and me throwing money at a game actually paid off, and it's a very good game. I think fans of rhythm games will like it.
I'm not going to pretend I know what you music nerds like.
The story has Cadence sucked into a rift and appearing in a new world. She meets new and old friends to try and defeat the rift and return home. To do this, she has to battle monsters with the power of music and help her friends by doing mini games that help mix up the gameplay. But to understand that, I guess I should talk about the core gameplay. It's what you would expect from a rhythm game. You have to hit correct directions on time with the beat. Sounds simple? It isn't. Rift of the Necrodancer spices things up by having monsters all act differently, similar to how they acted in Crypt of the Necrodancer. Slimes are simple and destroyed in one hit. Blue slimes take 2, gold take 3. Skeletons also go down in one hit, with different colors losing their heads and running away until they hit another enemy. Bats change spaces when hit, with differently colored changing how many hits. Zombies jump diagonally. Worms, you have to hold down the key until it reaches their tail.
There are even more monsters than these that you will encounter throughout the game, but these are the most common ones. Sound difficult? Well, don't worry, we're just getting started.
I mentioned zombies and bats, but they can get even more complicated as some will warp around the screen, so a bat can be hit on the left, only for you need to hit it again on the right as it warps around.
But wait, there's more.
There are also traps that can change a monster's behavior. Fire makes them move faster, arrows change to which row they are on, and question marks hide the monster, so if you're not paying attention, you won't know its traits as it gets closer.
Not done yet.
Harpies exist and move 2 spaces per beat, and then any of these creatures can be on the offbeat instead to make it even more confusing. Then there are monsters like the armadillo that you have to hit multiple times per beat.
You get 10 hits per level, which sounds like a lot, but any mistake can really snowball and wipe out all of those hits at once since there's no invulnerability.
Thankfully, the stages are filled with more than just monsters. What does every hero need after battling monsters with the power of music? A snack. Food is also available on stage with their own properties as well. It helps give you some health after particularly intense stretches. The enemies will also have electricity around them during certain parts of the track, and if you hit them all, Cadence will get the ability to power up, become invincible for a short period of time, really helping you through some of the harder sections, or to recover from mistakes.
It does suck that if you mess up these sections, you lose that charge and make the rest of the level that much more difficult. And I found a few of these stages incredibly difficult.
Look, I understand I'm not good at this game. I accept it. But man, I don't know how anyone can be good at this. Keeping track of everything happening is too much for my ADHD-cursed brain. You have to look ahead, but not too far ahead, and you have to remember what every monster and their color does, while keeping an eye out for traps that change the monster behavior, and you have to keep track of the beat. I thought I would have to throw in a towel and call it. Then it happened. The game connected in my head. The wires all lined up and electricity put my brain on full alert. I understand now. The joy of rhythm games.
This game caused me to enter a zone of white boy boogie I didn't know was possible. My head was bobbing to the beat. Everything just slowed down. What once was overwhelming started to make perfect sense. It's truly like the entire game would slow down and allow me to process the information so much faster. It was an incredible feeling that I haven't really seen replicated in many games.
It's very similar to the high I get in shooter games. I'm pretty average at shooters. Not great, not terrible. I'm likely to be middle of the team with a positive KDR, but nothing special. But sometimes I enter a zone where I just hit every shot. I'll end up top of the team with a ridiculous KDR. These moments are rare, but completely magical when they happen. Rift of the Necrodancer is able to give me a similar feeling at a more regular basis. It becomes addicting. I want to play more. I want to do better. Every performance is graded, and I want to get the top grade.
Rift of the Necrodancer started out as a cute time that I enjoyed but wasn't really sure was for me, to an absolutely phenomenal experience. It opened me up to an entire world of rhythm games. I want to play more games like this. I understand now. Rhythm games can be an incredible experience. Who needs drugs when you can hit keys on a keyboard?
This is just the core gameplay and story mode. There's way more to Rift of the Necromancer than just that. As I mentioned earlier, the main story missions are also broken up by mini-games. These are still rhythm-based, but play way differently from the core missions. These involve helping making burgers through a copy minigame where you have to match ingredients, to a yoga minigame where you have to select the correct pose at the correct time.
These serve as a welcome break from the main levels. Some of them can still be difficult. I struggled mightily with that burger minigame. But they're still a lot of fun and they add some nice variety.
There are also daily challenges that serve unique missions, such as having the monsters be question marks, and you can download custom levels from the Steam Workshop. Rift of the Necrodancer offers a ton to keep you engaged. There's plenty content here and it is all worth exploring. The story mode is where I primarily spent most of my time, and I loved every second of it. I struggled on a few levels, but it was all worth it because I find the game and art so pleasing. It is very fun and so cute. It is nice that you don't have to struggle. The game does offer the ability to skip levels if you're stuck on one, so you don't have to worry about being unable to finish the story if that's just what you're looking for. So I accidentally called these the daily challenges, but this is actually just the challenges. The daily challenges is actually a randomly generated rift you have to do and compete for the leaderboard. Oops.
In order to close this rift and return home, Cadence is going to have to find her friends and defeat a variety of bosses along the way.
These boss fights serve as another way to spice up the gameplay. You have to dodge attacks and attack to the beat. Honestly, I found these fights to usually be easier than most of the main levels. They can definitely be a bit tricky sometimes, but in general, there is a lot less going on. You don't have to worry about hordes of different monsters attacking.
I enjoyed the boss fights overall, but I would have loved for them to have a few more twists. Most of them are a tad simple compared to the main levels, but I also kind of understand why. The main levels are already packed full of stuff to learn, and you don't want to risk overwhelming the player.
That's not to say they are boring. Reaper in particular is a tough boss fight that does offer a fun gimmick. The different colored skulls react differently and change the way you dodge and attack. I would have loved a few more bosses like this, even if she did kick my ass. Rift of the Necrodancer is cute, fun, and has a fantastic cast of characters. The story is simple, but serves its job, and the gameplay is stellar.
So you should play Rift of the Necrodancer. Playing through the levels and entering the flow state where everything just slows down and understand the enemies become second nature is something truly special. The way the game had me nodding along to the beat, even if I was replaying the level multiple times because I was struggling with it. You would expect the music to be good in a rhythm game, and Rift of the Necrodancer does not disappoint. All of the tracks are fantastic. There's not a single bad one I could point out. Rift of the Necrodancer is so good, it completely opened me up to the world of rhythm games. I want to explore more of them because I had such a good time with this game. That's how you know it's special. A fantastic introduction to rhythm games and something I think brings a lot to the table for veterans of the genre. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you want to keep up on more games coming out. Leave a comment letting me know some of your favorite rhythm games. I would love to try out more in this genre. Goodbye and have a wonderful day.
Here we go now. Okay, kids, gather round. Check this groove out that I found. Move it, move it. Move it, move it. Hear that? It's a brand new sound. Everybody up, let's jump 4 times. Come on, keep up. Jump 2 times. Move it, move it. Yeah, all right. Jump 6 times. Fortissimo is here. Move it, move it. You better stay alert. Jump 3 times. Or you'll be napping in that dirt. Jump 6 times. Keep up the move. Move it, move it. Tie your shoes. Jump 2 times. This is what we do. Move it, move it. Jump 1 time. Hey, you did all right.